Oh, welcome everyone. This is episode 5, not a random number, of Control or Refuel. To stop it. This is episode 5. It is. I don't care what Chris says. And I am joined by Chris and Gareth and our first extra special guest, Graeme. Hello, mate. How are you? We are not worthy. And so we're going to talk Tesla. And Graeme is the only Tesla owner in the group. So I'm hoping that Graeme's got some interesting stuff for us.
I think we should start with if you don't mind, with the new Econo standard versions of the 3 and the Y. And then we can finish with the more exciting
Graeme's
stuff.
driven the performance. Perhaps we'll leave that till later because it did sound, even to my non-Tesla, when I read what you wrote about it, it did sound particularly special. Now, let me get the nomenclature right. They're now called Tesla Standard. The names.
Easy for you to say.
So it's called it's the Y and the 3, and they're now called Standard, which is rather confusing because there used to be a version called Standard, as in range. So it's a little.
Yes, that's correct. Standard Plus.
But the non-standard trim is now called Premium, as I understand it.
So they've got 3 distinct trim levels now.
So we've got Standard, Premium,
Standard,
and
Premium, Performance.
Okay, so performance is right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm a bit worried because Nissan made the Shiro version of Leaf and Aria, and that was the new entry level. And what they did was they did it cheap. And the first thing that they did when they made this new entry level, this cheap Leaf and Aria, as I said, right, one colour, and that saved them an absolute fortune. And those cars are particularly profitable now. People don't mind driving white Leafs or white Arias, it turns out. But this is not what Tesla have done with the standards, is it?
It's slightly different between the 3 and the Y. I think there's more removed from the Y than the 3. But the interesting part is they're still giving it a long range. So rather than having the smaller battery pack, which was referred to as the rear-wheel drive, or previous to that, the standard Plus, they've actually got the same pack as the long range, but they've removed the module. So it's slightly smaller, but it's the same chemistry. So it's NMC rather than LFP batteries now. But
was it 60 kilowatt hours, something like that, do we think?
Yeah, 69.
Then can I just clarify? You said that they've taken the module away, but the battery's the same size. You're going to have to run through that for me.
It seems like they're discontinuing the LFP pack, which was the kind of 62 kilowatt hour pack from the rear-wheel drive, and they've added in the kind of long-range pack, but removed the module from it. So they've just reduced its capacity by 10% or something like that, and then given the long range a bit more of a boost with a slightly bigger pack. So it's essentially the same pack, but with a bit of it removed. So it's running on NMC chemistry rather than LFP now. So what they're saying is that, like, even the standard, the 3 and the Y, they will do 321 miles of range on the test cycle, as opposed to like 278 or whatever it was before with the LFP pack. So that's one distinct change they've made with that. And then with the Y, they seem to have removed the center console.
I think that's good. I like that.
Yeah, lots of people do. I think it's a bit of a Marmite decision personally, because I've been monitoring this on X, and a lot of people said, yeah, I really like that. I can put my bag there, or my handbag, or I can put my purse, or I can put my gym bag there, or whatever. And some people go, I just don't like the look of it. I'm undecided, but it kind of reminds me, it goes back to like the original Model S when that was launched. It didn't necessarily come with all the center console. You could add that as an accessory a bit later on. So they've kind of gone back to their roots with that a bit. It reminds me a little bit of my old BMW i3 I had, that you can just, feed stuff through to the passenger through the footwell.
It's just 2 seats and a gap then?
It's
I don't know anything about this.
You've got your armrest, then you've got your cup holders, and then a gap, and then you've got your big screen, and then below it you've got your 2 charging pads, and then that kind of big gap, and it's like the size of a big bag that you can just plonk your bag in it. But it's kind of like got a tray at the bottom.
It's a flat.
Yeah, like my EV6 is exactly the same. You get a big loaf of bread in there.
Yeah, right. I mean, probably several loaves of bread, but yeah,
and standing up. So tell us about the stripped down standard, Graeme. I think that's what we're sort of getting slightly off topic about. So this is a Model 3 and a Model Y with less stuff, but the similar range.
The Model Y standard has got that kind of center console piece removed, so you kind of got that pass-through and somewhere to dump a big bag. Then the other thing they've done is they've removed the acoustic glass from the roof, but put glass in there and then
covered it with a headlining
to it.
This is the Y only, isn't it?
This is the Y only, yeah.
You can cut the headlining out, and you've got the glass there still. It's really
exactly.
Really, they said for soundproof.
Shay, what's better than that? A roof.
Well, yes, but that would mean retooling.
They've added the headliner though, Paul.
That doesn't require a retool. If you're going to take the glass panel away, which is structural, and replace it with a steel or an alley panel, that's retooling, restructuring. You've got to retest the cars. There's cars.
Why put the headliner to it? We're coming to it. That's what
the paint. All the paint process all have to be changed. You know that I'm no fan of Tesla, but this makes perfect sense to me.
It makes sense to add a headlining to a glass roof.
It absolutely does.
Thing you can do: Stanley knife, cut a hole, get some Velcro, and you can have a little, sun shining on your head whenever you want, and then Velcro it back in place. Job done.
I'll complain about panel gaps after you've hacked it up which is my usual complaint against the Model Y.
But Ryan's got a blind for it, hasn't he? He's put a blind in it. Did you see?
Yeah. He has.
Do the same with that.
He's in Australia, so you do feel a bit of intense heat on you.
I just want to reiterate something that Graeme said that is really important. The glass is different. It's a different glass, and it's not a thermal glass. And so, if you don't cover it up, the climate control has to work a lot harder in the summer to keep the cabin cool because the glass is no longer thermally resistant.
No. I think this car sounds. I know nothing about this car, so anything what Graeme says about it, it's new news to me, right? The only thing I know about it is that the front light bar's missing and it's cheaper. That's all I know.
Which I quite like.
So I think this is a win-win. But the glass thing, it's just like when you're in a travel lodge and you open the curtains and there's a fucking brick wall there. It's like, is it not just the same thing?
Yeah.
Like,
I thought you were going to say thermal glass in my arse.
Chris wants to call it the Tesla Model Y travel lodge, not standard.
Oh my God,
Gareth's been calling it the Model Y poor.
The front liner's not there, is it?
No, so if you go around to the front, so that's a good point. So the front they've changed the front liner. So you used to be in a Tesla, you open it, it's all plastic trimmed, and you've got this lovely big well to put your stuff in, and it's all watertight in there. With the Y, they seem to with the Y standard, they seem to have reduced the capacity a bit, and then just giving you the essential bit of plastic, so you can see kind of in between gaps and things, and the plastic doesn't even look very nice. It just and it doesn't, and it doesn't seem watertight either. They
tend to have said it. There's no longer weather.
No, it's not. There's no lid. Is there? And what's with the wheels and the hubcaps? They're not exactly the sexiest.
No, so they look like they're steel wheels. Yeah.
Suzuki Vitara wheels from the 90s.
Exactly. Yeah, I like a Steely.
I think, but not like that.
No, I think they should have gone for like a proper classic Steely look wheel. Yeah,
and then multi circles around.
So the outer edge. Exactly. You took your hubcaps off, it still looks
cool. The 18s are steels, but they do have a so-called aero cover. But steel wheels don't require an aero. But Tesla
But that hubcap is the shittest thing I've seen since I bought one for Motorbits in the 90s.
Tesla get quite grumpy if reviewers try to remove the wheel covers off the 18-inch wheel because they don't want users to see it's a steel. But I maintain the majority of us don't care. The headlight array, in other words, the entire front lamp, is completely changed. And it occurs to me that if the reason for doing this is to cut costs and make a cheaper model, they've had to entirely re-engineer the front light array.
And then given a different lamp, and the lamp isn't LED matrix anymore.
Will that be the lamp that the Cybercab uses?
This is what I was thinking when I was gonna complain that they've re-engineered, which is expensive, to make a new lamp for the Model Y standard. Perhaps that lamp is actually going to be used in future cars, and that's how they're gonna that's how that engineering is going to pay for itself.
Yeah, it would make sense if that lamp is in the Cybercab. That's coming out next year. Yeah,
the new look of the what's it called, a standard now.
Yeah,
the new headlight. It looks like a 2022 plate Kona.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But the Kona has got a light bar right the way across.
Yeah.
You can tell the difference.
No, that's the new one. I'm talking about the one before.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, but on this car, I think it's good. If it brings a car what's more realistic for people, what's cheaper. That's why I love Dacia so much, except the Spring. But that's why I love Dacia so much, because we bring cheaper cars with warranties, what are good, and you can go wherever with it and have the comfort of a brand new car. But not everybody prioritizes a car. So this Tesla standard will be picked up by lease companies, car companies, people that want a run around,
isn't it? It's a modern taxi driver.
You know,
rental companies.
People
I like the cloth
luxury cars will pay more for it, but people who want the cheaper ones, who don't prioritize a car, this car's fantastic.
Apparently, the cloth seats are said to be really good. Yeah,
but that's by Tesla reviewers who fucking say that everything's amazing in the Tesla. It's got spikes on the seat. What penetrate your skin.
The textiles have come apparently from the Cybertruck, which is quite well regarded. Well, the textiles of the Cybertruck are quite well regarded. Let's make that clear. And those are in the Model Y standard. And all of the reports I've said are that it's actually a good move.
Yeah, I like cloth seats in my car. I've had enough of leathery type stuff. But anyway, what else can you tell us, Graeme, about the Model 3 and Y standard in regards to differences? How have they saved this money apart from a slightly smaller battery?
Yeah, this is quite interesting, because when you look at the 3 standard, it's got the glass acoustic roof, it's got the center console, it's got the same lights front and back. The Model Y's got different lights at the back. It doesn't have the light bar, the indirect light bar at the back. So the
biggest the rear one
in the Y, they removed the indirect light bar at the back, so you don't have.
It still looks similar. I think it looks quite good.
It looks similar,
plastic, isn't it? And it's just like a normal light.
It's very similar. Bit of a Y. Hasn't got the rear light bar. The rear of the Tesla Model 3 and the Y is just gorgeous. And don't touch that.
So the Model 3, there isn't any visual differences on the outside except for the wheels, the steely wheels and the hubcaps. They haven't touched the frunk, so the frunk is still like the same as my one. So decent frunk, decent quality materials. There's really not much, I don't think. I mean, they've removed the kind of double glazing glass on the sides. They've got a smaller.
So that would make sense. And if they've removed the sound deadening double glazing on the windows, then having the headline, they will perhaps make up for extra noise from not having the glass.
So in the Y,
they deleted the parcel shelf in the Y as well. Now that's going to make it more boomy, isn't it? That's going to let in more low frequency.
My parcel shelves are just always in my way.
That's it then.
I never keep my parcel shelf. That's one. I don't know which fucking car that's out of, but it's one of them. So there's another one over there.
The Y parcel shelf isn't really a tight fit shelf anyway, so it's always been just a cover rather than a kind of a high quality ornament that you'd find in like a Volkswagen or something with a properly retractable and whatever. It's just
so you can't put your speakers in it.
No.
Oh,
I mean,
balls.
That's that. And thank you for reminding me, Chris, because the other thing is they've removed a bunch of speakers.
Both subwoofers.
You've got 7, I think. Yeah. Yeah, so you got no subwoofers, and so it's going to sound like a Kenwood stereo from the 90s, perhaps. Yeah. Oh no, it's like Kenwood's too good, isn't it?
Yeah. Correct. No, they were okay. Yeah.
No, I was thinking.
JBL.
No,
Yeah.
no, I was
Gold
thinking of a
Star.
different one. No. Oh my God, what is it called now? It's just I've just had a brain fart. No, it was well known, and it is like everyone
They
went
were
and bought them in
there was
Halfords
always in the
because
back
that's
of
what they could
Novas,
afford.
weren't they? With that brand, what was it? We need to talk price. So as far as I can tell, the Model 3 could be as little as £27,000 in this country. That's fantastically cheap.
It could be.
I don't agree. I don't agree. Why am I defending Tesla again? What the hell's in this?
Who are you, Paul? What's happened here? It was me last time.
No. I think 27 grand for a Model 3 Tesla, I think, is absolutely spot on.
If it qualifies for the full EV grant, I don't know whether it will or not.
No, it won't.
So you're looking at like £1,500 off then, but I don't know what the price would be in this country because we do have 10% import tax from China, which is where it would be made.
Point, yes.
In right-hand drive, and then we got 20% VAT on top of that, and then you got £1,500 off, possibly with a grant. So I'm thinking it's going to be mid-30s. I would have thought.
I thought 32.
So if you think about it, for a car that's like 321 miles of range, that's not, and it's a kind of mid-size saloon. It's not too bad. I mean,
how much more is your car? Your long range?
So I think mine starts at just under 45.
Yeah,
and then
it's quite a big difference to people, isn't it? That eight.
Yeah, you had paint and wheels. And
£5 grand. I'm not sure it's enough.
Yeah, but if someone wants a basic car, there's so many more cars out there to get a basic car. The jogger, the Dacia jogger, you know what I mean? That's 20 something. The Sandero, that's 18. You know, it just
I'd rather have 8 personally, but
but you've got to think of other people who don't prioritize a car, who are just doing school run, who have got a big mortgage or a single. You know, the people that want a cheap basic car don't want to spend 30 grand on a basic car.
No, I think there's plenty of options out there that aren't Tesla that they can find for less than 30 grand. I mean, today I was looking at Auto Trader and found a BYD Atto 3, brand new, discounted down to about 24 grand. So there's plenty of options out there for people that on a lower budget, but for people that want a kind of a long distance cruiser that is super comfortable to drive and super comfortable to sit in, and you could just drive it all day. Then
easy to charge, isn't it? We were saying before you came on.
Easy to charge on the supercharger network, plug and play, and you kind of it's a no-brainer for like fleets, for rental companies, for lease companies, salary sacrifice. It's gonna hit that kind of sweet spot. I think when you compare it to what else is out there that will do that range for that size car, I think it's going to offer good value for money. I was looking at an ID3. Look at the base spec ID3 earlier. The ID3 Life, I think it is, with a 52 kilowatt hour battery and 240 miles of range. And if you add on just a few options, you're at 35 grand already. So, that's kind of what you're looking at. People are going to do the man maths and think, I can have that basic ID3 with like the bits that I need on there as options, or I can have this Tesla Model 3 and it's got pretty much everything I need.
Why?
Say it.
Go on.
I'm not including companies. I do think this car's good for companies who want a fleet of the cheap. I'm not including them. I'm talking about your parents, your normal people. Why would you buy a Tesla Standard for 27 grand when you can get a second-hand Y or 3 for probably the same money? Are
you reading my notes?
Specs?
Because I was just about to say the only competition for a Model 3 Standard is a 1-year-old Model 3. Well, now called Premium.
I think people like us wouldn't buy the Standard. We'd buy something.
No. But my point, and I think Chris's point is that a 2-year-old Tesla is actually really good competition for the current Model 3 Standard.
It is, but I think if you're looking at a 2-year-old Tesla, you're looking at kind of pre-Highland one as well. So you're looking at the previous shape, the same as I had. Still a great car, and it will have the same basic features as the standard 3. But also, the question is relevant to any new car purchase. Why would anyone buy a brand new VW ID3 now when they could buy one that's 2 years old and get a better spec one? And that's the same kind of question that people have been asking since the conception of cars and
some
different
people
spec levels.
like new cars, don't they? They like the
They
brand
do,
new
yeah.
deal, they like the warranty, etc. They don't want any hassle.
No,
Especially if they're new to EVs
and
as well.
the other important thing with that is quite often you'll get 0% finance on a brand new car with Tesla.
I never knew that.
Yeah, and also £3,000 discount if you sign up to their finance.
Yeah, and you get referral credit from someone like.
Oh yeah, and free supercharging miles if you use a referral code like mine.
If you ask me for my referral, I can get you cheaper Electroverse for £5.
Graeme, do we expecting more standard range, standard trim Teslas? I mean, the S we don't get here anymore, and we all, despite not being Tesla owners, we all thought we were sad about you can't get an S in this country, right and drive.
No, I'm quite sad about that too.
Yeah, I might even have one if I could get a right drive newer version.
I think it's too premium. They don't sell enough models really to justify
niche, isn't it?
It's quite a low volume car because it's expensive. So, well, they did try it with a Cybertruck, didn't they? And it wasn't successful. So there's probably lesson learned from that.
Oh, well, I hope they learn lessons from the Cybertruck.
Even the new ones that you can get in America, etc. It's still an old platform, isn't it? I just think it's time that Tesla got on with it and updated that, and the S will do something else.
They need a next generation platform for that, with single piece casting, structural battery pack. Complete overhaul. They've done a refresh again. I think this is probably the last refresh, and it'd be interesting to see whether the S and X will continue or whether they'll just kill it off because it's very low volume.
I think they'll kill it off. So that might bring us on nicely, perhaps, to the lovely thing that you had the experience of today, Graeme.
Yeah, performance. Oh.
In that colour, that's metallic black, isn't it?
Here we go. That, lovely.
With white. Look at that, nice.
There we go. That one.
Show us the wheels. Oh, show us the
wheels. Lovely bonnet.
Hang on.
The wheels and the brakes are. Oh, look at that. See the red
how many spokes? Hang on. For a future episode, how many spokes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Even number of spokes.
8.
Yeah. For that. Probably
what's new about it?
Power.
So different suspension, different battery pack, which is, I think, is it the same or is it slightly different now? It was different at the time. Bigger screen inside, slightly bigger screen inside. You can't really tell from the naked eye, but that's exactly what I was told.
Bigger motors?
Evidently more powerful. I mean, this it was giving me a facelift when I was driving it. Normally I look like I'm 85. It's taken about 30 odd years off.
Piss off. You put oil of Olay on you every day. Don't give us that I look old rubbish. Bloody you.
All right, I just use shower gel. That's all.
Yeah.
No, I'm used to it. You've also got like on you've got different seats. So you've got performance seats, but you've also got kind of electric kind of leg extender rest things.
That's right.
I don't know what they're called. Yeah,
extended.
Super comfortable they are. Really super comfortable seats. And then it just goes like bats out of hell. Yeah, it's crazy. You've got different driving modes as well. So you've got comfort. You've got chill, comfort, and insane driving modes. So they just adjust your acceleration and your steering weight. And then you've got 2 suspension settings. So I think you've got comfort and sport. To be quite honest, I mean, I have my nephew with me, my 19-year-old nephew. In the passenger seat, and we had an hour's test drive, and I took it on the dual carriageway from kind of Hatfield dual carriageway. I went onto the M25, and then I took it down some country lanes near where I live. So we had a complete different mixture of road surfaces. You had this kind of super smooth, the slightly rough, and the fucking rough, and it coped with it all. Even my 19-year-old nephew commented at how comfortable the ride is in that car, and that I had it mostly in the sport suspension settings and set to insane mode, and it didn't crash down any potholes. And he commented that it just sort of seems to soak up the bumps and the potholes. So I would say that the ride in this car was actually amazing, given its performance and how well it held the road, and it did hold the road so exceptionally well. There's a tiny bit of body lean, but other than that, it just went round anything you pointed it at. It was an absolute joy to drive it. It really was, and it kind of reminded me of some of the cars I used to have when I was a lot younger. The joy you got from it, the smile it put in your face, and the slight adrenaline rush you get from it, and it hit the sweet spot, I think, with the balance it's got between the performance and the handling, given that it's an SUV and it's, you're kind of driving around a massive hatchback on stilts. It was brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
How much power is it making? Do we know?
Oh, that's a good question. I think it's just under 500, I think, horsepower. I can't remember the exact figure.
84 kilowatt hour battery, 2,000 kilograms. It's not massively heavy, is it?
No, not for an SUV.
33 kilograms.
That's really light.
Yeah.
I think my EV6 is 21 something, 2160, something like that. I don't know about Chris. Yours is probably a tiny bit lighter. What's the power?
What in
on your Genesis weight? Yeah.
It's heavier than my Santa Fe though. It's 2.3, I think.
Yeah, it's heavier than mine.
Yeah. I think that's curb weight, not gross weight.
Yeah. To give you some context, my Model 3 long range rear-wheel drive is 1,747 kilos, which is around about BMW 420 diesel territory.
Yeah. That's my standard go-to when idiots on social media say, "Oh, your car's heavy."
Exactly.
Heavy, and then you say, "Well, I think it's 1,800 kilograms, wasn't it, for the previous Tesla Model Y standard Model 3 standard range?"
Might have mentioned this incident before, but an old school friend of mine, who I don't really see very often, was complaining about the weight of EVs, and I asked him what car he owned, and it's a Mini Cooper. I said, "Oh, okay, yeah. It's not really, it's just some car as far as I'm concerned." But it turned out that he owns the Cabriolet, which is heavier than any EV Mini that you can buy. So I took a win out of that one. Yeah.
Well, Wales are bringing out new regulations, aren't they? They're actually doing they're going to charge you more in car parks if you've got a fat car. And we don't mean fat as in rap. It's fat as in like it's a big fat bastard.
How are they going to know? We took your car, Paul, your wife's car, Paul and Graham, the MG ZS is not even 1,600 kilograms.
MG5 Marie's car is.
The MG ZS is 1,600 kilograms, give or take.
I think
you've got the bigger battery, haven't you, Graham?
Yeah. We've got the 72 kilowatt hour battery in that.
All we need is your reg to find out your weight. They take your reg and we just go off. Yeah. And then we go right. Well,
don't drive a Hummer in Wales.
So the performance figures of the Model Y available November, December this year. You'll pardon me if I look away from the camera. 360 miles WLTP, so probably realistically 310, 315. 0 to 60 3.3. Yeah, it's just awesome. It must be mine. Yeah. Did you actually do a full bore 0 to 60? You did.
Yes.
Did it feel like 3.3?
I don't think my brain could.
We'll take that as a yes.
Yeah,
3.7 seconds.
Supercharge.
0 to 60, yeah.
It put a big smile on my nephew's face, and he doesn't normally express himself.
So those wheels are 21-inch wheels, by the way.
Yeah,
62 grand, 62,000.
514 PS.
It can supercharge. It's going to add 151 miles in 15 minutes. That's amazing.
Oh, it does vehicle to load as well. The one in the States does. I don't know if they do it over here yet.
All modern EVs, vehicles to load, should be standard, regardless of
Yeah, it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a big miss if it hasn't got it, isn't it? That and one pedal driving, which Paul doesn't agree with.
Yeah, I love one pedal driving.
You've got to have the option, at least to turn it on. Yeah.
I love
Chris
it.
doesn't want any help. He doesn't want electric windows. Doesn't want anything.
Yeah, don't.
He liked my sexy knob though.
Oh, yeah, everyone likes your sexy.
Oh yeah.
Have Paul and the knob. Yeah,
Can you please clear up what you actually mean, Mo? In case some people don't know what this add-on is.
So Chris got into my car at the British Motor Museum in where was it? Near Coventry. Gaydon. And he commented that he really liked my sexy knob. I mean, what more is there to say?
Explain, yeah.
He polished it.
Did you push his sexy button though?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I couldn't tell.
I found the button. Oh, I found his button.
Did it have stalks? This
over
Model Y Performance. Did it? No.
No. It had an indicator. Indicator stalk only, and it only indicates.
Okay. I'll go with that.
You can add it back on now, can't you? Though was it £600 upgrade?
Yeah. Why would you? Because you can go to Enhance, who do my sexy knob, and buy sexy stalks, which is exactly what I've done in my car.
You've got to insert
and it's like
Paul, otherwise people are going to think we're mental.
Yeah. So Enhanced make some pretty clever functions for Teslas. So they make a kind of an iDrive style knob, which you fully program with hundreds of options. They do add-on stalks, so you can have like it's set up like a traditional Tesla with indicators and gear shift and whatever, or you can program to do them whatever you like. And someone actually asked me, them or their partner were disabled, and could you have a stalk on the right hand side that does the indicating, and Enhance do that as well, which is really good. And then you can add buttons as well, and buttons can be programmed for 3 different functions with a single click, a double click, or a long press. But what Enhance does is it kind of taps into your Tesla, and it said we can add a few more features. So one of the features that I've got on mine, which is basically from the Commander, which you plug in on the side of the dash with autopilot, basic autopilot, when you change lanes, it disengages. So you kind of have to disengage and change lanes. But what Enhance do is you can set it to have continuous autopilot. So it takes it out of autopilot and puts it into like a radar cruise control. If we don't know Tesla doesn't do radars, but you know what I mean. And then as soon as you've made that maneuver, it re-engages autopilot automatically. So you just have to touch the wheel just to move across the lane, and then you can put your hands back in your lap. Brilliant.
Enhances it. But
Enhance,
I think Chris is maybe thinking what I am. I'd want to buy a car that's got like memory seats and those things. And bits and pieces already on there.
Yeah, it's already got memory driver's seat, but not memory passenger seat. So this is really good. Yeah.
Do you think Tesla will buy Enhance and incorporate it as like an option from you?
I kind of like.
I mean, you're a geek like we are, so I mean, it's great thing for us, isn't it?
On the flip side of that, if Tesla decide that we don't like Enhance, it's one software update, and all these people who bought these additional add-ons, the software updated out of being used if they have a fallout, which it sounds like they're having a nice relationship at the moment, which sounds good. It's good. It's a good relationship, but if they fall out, it's one software update, and these people have spent thousands of pounds on these.
Not that much. How much is a sexy knob?
It's I can't remember. 200.
It's not 300, is it?
No, I think you can get discount codes from various people as well. But going back to Chris's comment, ever since like Tesla's inception, there's always been third-party companies that are accessorizing Tesla, and Tesla kind of open source the software that they will allow to be updated, and they update their APIs and things like that. So there was one instance of a company in America that kind of hacked in and was able to do a software update on the performance and give you like an acceleration boost. And Tesla said, absolutely not. We're going to shut that down because we warranty the motors and the battery, and we don't want third parties interfering with that. So they shut that company down. And then they offered acceleration boost in their dual motor cars. So as an option through the app
for a price, presumably.
But when it comes to for a price, or as I did, I've got referral credits and it was free. When it comes to third party accessory companies, they kind of want that, because especially when it comes to things like stalks and buttons and features that you can add, there's a lot of people that will go out there and say, I'd love to have a Tesla, but I can't live without stalks, or I can't live without buttons, or I can't live without an iDrive, or whatever it is.
That's one of the things I couldn't live without. Yeah.
And Tesla are quite happy for companies to come along and do that, provided they don't hack. I did push Enhance about getting some navigation features in their kind of dashboard app, and they looked and they said they can't do it. It's just locked down. They can't do that.
What's that? On a similar subject, did you see the out of spec with the Rivian? They've got some self-driving camera.
I've seen.
What's it called?
I've seen those before, but not on a Rivian. I saw someone doing a Kia Niro.
Yeah, he's got it on a Rivian, and there was a problem with his Rivian. The motors were like turning themselves off, and he had to do a hard reset all the time. And it turned out it was this third party. It's like a dash cam in your mirror, but it actually turns the car into self-driving. It seems pretty good. They liked it, but he took the car to Rivian, and they said, "Well, it's not nothing to do with the car. It's this thingy." And so he thought, "Oh shit, I'm gonna have to pay thousands of dollars to get them to fix this." But they just unplugged it, and it was all right. But
I think that's what I don't get about this robot taxi and Waymo and all this kind of stuff. They're building these cars, what can do all these things in very expensive cars. Well, all you need is a Toyota Yaris with some wooden beads on the back of the driver's seat, and some man what gets paid like a pittance a day
from Birmingham.
Why be from Birmingham or Bradford? And it's like, why are you spending all these hundreds of thousands of pounds on this car when you can just buy wooden beads?
Hey, I got picked up from Luton Airport once it was like a 20-year-old Vauxhall Astra estate by someone who's just coming to the end of their what seemed like 36-hour shift. And he was falling asleep on the M1 behind the wheel, and we were doing everything to try and keep him awake. That's why I'd rather get in a robo-taxi.
Yeah. I had one going from my house to Leeds Bradford Airport, and the guy had a TomTom 1, that's how long ago it was, TomTom 1 on the passenger seat, and he kept picking it up and looking at it every 15 minutes to see where he was going, and we said, just stick it to your dash. And he made like a wrong turn about 8 times, and then he was like all over the place. Said, just stick it to your fucking dash. They're looking at it every day. It's not a map, you know what I mean?
TomTom 1. I know you're tempted by this Model Y performance. Is it going to be something that you think you'll push yourself to get, or are you going to try to resist?
No, I'm going to try and resist, because I got back into my Model 3, and although it was a lot slower, I just love it. I love the driving position in that. I love sitting low down. I love how it drives. I'm really happy with my Model 3.
It's gorgeous as well.
Thank you. That's the sexy mod that does it. Yeah.
What's wrong with your life if a lovely Model 3 like Graham's isn't enough, and you find you need a Model Y performance?
Yeah. I know. If money no object, I'd probably go for it. But I'm really happy with what I've got, and I love it. And I don't need to change it yet. So,
but you could change it for the MG ZS, couldn't you? That would be a good swap, wouldn't it? Good dog car.
Yeah, I could try that one, but I don't think Nikki would go for a Model Y.
No.
She likes her MG.
Same with my wife, yeah.
She loves her MG. In fact, she likes the buttons and the stalks, and it's perfect. It's a perfect car.
Apple CarPlay.
Yeah, Apple CarPlay.
It's less feminine than what I get to drive sometimes.
Yeah. I like those. I like
in pink.
Oh, that's pink. Yeah, I wouldn't have a pink one.
The lights are a bit making it look less pink, but it's very pink. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a bright red MG. So yeah, but yeah, she loves him. Yeah,
that's it. Happy wife. Well, thank you for coming on, Graeme.
Yeah.
It's really good of you. We'll get you on again another time, hopefully.
So it remains only for me to say again, thank you to Graeme for giving up your evening. It was a very short notice, so we're very grateful for you to come and talk to us, particularly about, because we had the two Tesla things that we really wanted to hear your take on. If everybody out there would like to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'm going to put some links to all of the stuff that we've spoken to. Thank you everyone for watching, and hopefully come back for episode 6. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Come on,
Goodbye.
you're just making it up now.
Bye. See ya. Bye.
This is for